What is happening? Have you ever felt like you want to take that leap, but you just don't know if you're ready? You don't know if it's the right time, but you've heard that old adage, if you don't take that step, you're never going to be ready. If you don't do, step into that, if you don't do the things you need to do, if you don't take that leap, then you're never going to be ready. So for me, stepping into coaching and wanting to be a coach, I've been talking about it for years. And for me, I haven't been able to really step into that because I don't feel like I'm being who I need to be and showing up as the person I need in order to help coach other people, because I'm still trying to figure it out for myself. It feels like what I need first and foremost is to create my own structural foundation, to build my own program for myself and embody that within myself. Once I do that, then I'll be able to see and really feel the effects of that program. So what I need to do is dedicate myself to staying committed to that program no matter what. And what I need to focus on now is to start really building and developing that program. And it starts with, building up that foundation. So for me, I've been like kind of running around like a chicken with my head cut off because I've been just trying to get everything done. I've been trying to do all these things and jumping around and jumping here and jumping there and researching this and researching that and drawing this and that and journaling, all these things, So my focus is to, I need to finish my website. There's some journal entries that I want to enter. There's some things that I'm working through right now and focusing on. And honestly, right now at this very moment in time, I feel like it's possibly not exactly the best time for me to be filming because I just feel pulled in other directions, So for me, naturally, it feels like I need to focus on the things that I'm being called to instead of what I feel like I need to do. However, it's all unfolding in divine timing. So as long as I continue to follow that path and, go straight and just I move forward, listen to my intuition, and continue to take those baby steps, it's going to have a profound impact on my life. These are the seeds that we are sowing right now. And within the next year or 2 years, we're going to reap the harvest from these seeds that we're planting at this very moment. And for me, it's about getting back to my roots and healing that key aspect of myself. Healing the deepest layer, the deepest hidden part of myself. The shadow. That's my focus. And seeing my patterns, being aware of my patterns, finding better solutions to meet the needs that those patterns are giving me. And that's the key right there, is finding those solutions in the problem itself. Because you got the problem over here, then you got the solution. They're almost like two sides of the same coin. However, the solution is something that cannot be found from the same level of consciousness that the problem was created on. So, they're going to be more like this because you got to think higher. You got to step outside of the box, outside of your old way of thinking, outside of your old patterns. Once you step outside of that, you start to get new ideas. You start to get new revelations, things that will start to come in and flow in through you, like ideas, energy, just whatever's coming through. It's a process that we have to follow. And we intuitively know what we truly need deep down. And for all of us, it's different. It may be fundamentally the same, but the actions and the how is going to be different for everybody. And for me personally, I've struggled to follow the structure of other people because it's not the way that I learn. Uh, but for me, I work best with learning all the different perspectives of the different structures and systems and things, different coaching styles and types, that type of stuff, to give me like a broad perspective, a broad spectrum to draw from so that I can create, in the middle, bring myself back to the center of myself, to bring myself back from being caught up in the drama, from being caught up in the problem, from being caught up in all these things outside of myself. And it hinders me. It keeps me from taking that step to the next level, from taking that leap into a higher level of consciousness, which I know that my soul needs. And it's in that place up there, when you step outside of your old way of thinking, your old box, that you can find the solution. And then once you find that solution and understand and make that key connection, it doesn't end there. That's just one part of it. You gotta understand the problem. You also, to make it simple from how I was referring to it earlier, you got to understand the problem and you got to understand the solution. And figure out how to bridge that gap, because even if you know what the solution is, it doesn't mean that you can bridge that gap between the two. So there's like this line, this path that we have to take. And it's not always a straightforward path. Sometimes it's going to take you up and down, all around and back and forth. And, you might spin in circles, spend years trying to figure out the solution to that problem, or rather embody it. Because like I said, it's one thing to find a solution, but it's another thing to embody it. And that's been a struggle for me as well. It's learning to embody that energy, that consciousness shifting, energy. To embody the solutions, to step into that, to step into my fears, the things that I've been running from, or the things that are keeping me hindered, these old limitations, these old ways of thinking, they're not working. And we have to start doing something different if we wish to ever make a change in our lives. So I just want to tell you that you are doing amazing, and you will find the solution that you're looking for. You will find the answer as long as you keep looking, as long as you continue to elevate yourself and to take yourself outside of where you're currently at, outside of the problem. To gain new perspectives from other people, to be open to changing, to be open to seeing how you may be hindering yourself in your journey. Well, let me rephrase that. We all are hindering ourselves in some way, either consciously or subconsciously. But it's up to you to figure out what that is. And once you do, it takes time to really start to embody that, to start to work that into your everyday, process. To be consistent with yourself. I feel like there's things that we all need that if we did every day, it would completely change our way of consciousness. Obviously meditation is a good one, but for me, I need to take it a step further. I need to do other things that help me feel more fulfilled and really give me that energy, like fill me up with that chi energy, that essence, that I can move and create from, and get in a flow state to be able to create and allow that information to flow through me like a vessel, just flow out, to flow into me and out into my medium, whatever I'm using or whatever way of communication that I'm choosing to deliver that message through. So, keep going. You got this. See that the problem and the solution are two completely separate levels of consciousness that we have to step out of. And then once you take that step and you're able to see and have the awareness of it, then you can start to embody it. And then there's a whole plethora of things that we can do to help you get there, things that have helped me. So, continue, following. I'll be continuing to share, different methods, techniques, things that have helped me to take that step into the, into to the next level of next stage of consciousness. It's almost like a game. It's like we're all moving up in levels, and we have to continue to grow and evolve in order for us to reach the next level. Or else, if we continue to do the same thing, we're going to continue to get beat and stay in the same level. So, we're all in this together. We're all here. Let's fucking do this. Let's break out of these cycles and let's make that change. This is Cody from the Cody Codex, helping you to unlock the door to your consciousness codes. Much love. Peace, my friends.